Hello Scorpio, my name is Addison. I am here at Leaping Lotus Tarot. If you are new here, if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much. I'm so glad that you're back to tune into a reading that hopefully will resonate with you on a soul level. If you do not resonate, don't worry, it's probably just meant for somebody else, but there may be piece parts that speak to you. Usually if you're listening to a reading, there's some sort of message that will come through for you. But the whole thing may not resonate, so don't worry. Masculine and feminine energies are interchangeable, and also readings are timeless. So as I was shuffling here, we had a card fall out onto the floor, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just take it. We have the Page of Intelligence. By the way, this is a Scorpio reading, if I did not say that already. So we're tapping into Scorpio here. And so with the Page of Intelligence, that is a sword energy, which is air. Scorpio is a water sign. And so you may find yourself kind of in a place of some sort of new intellectual decisiveness, or just a beginning with some sort of decision. So if you look at the imagery on this card, there's this feminine energy here who's kind of looking off into space, and it's interesting that there's like a dragon here, but there's like a robotics. I have never seen this card before, by the way. This is a newer deck to me, so this is cool. I'm seeing this for the first time, perhaps maybe as you are. By the way, I do include in the description box what all of these decks are in case you want to purchase them from whoever creates them. And so with the robotics here, there's something very interesting about that component. So this could be a very tech savvy person. This could be somebody who's like trying to get into like the tech world, or because it's a page is like an undeveloped or new and exciting sort of youthful energy. Even the feminine energy here is kind of youthful. So this could be maybe your child perhaps is coming through as very tech savvy, which would make a lot of sense because the children that are coming through in this new generation are extremely savvy when it comes to technology. So let's see, what else do we need to know about this Page of Intelligence here? What else do we need to know about this? We have the Nine of Charisma. I believe that this is the Nine of Cups. Let me go ahead and look in this Oracle book real quick just to make sure, because these aren't the usual, descriptions of these. I just threw it on the floor, hold on. Okay, so Charisma is the Pentacles. Okay, so this is Nine of Pentacles. Awesome. All right, so Nine of Pentacles. We also have the Six of Pentacles as well. Charisma. It's interesting that he's holding a cup though, and charisma represents Pentacles. I'm going to take this as both interpretations, to be honest. So Six of Charisma, Six of Pentacles, or a Six of Cups. Let's talk about the Six of Cups, right? So in a Six of Cups, basically means memories or marriage. Something about like traditional values, but in a sense of like memory or nostalgia. And so we also have the Nine of Pentacles as well, the Nine of Charisma. This is an independent female who's like kind of driving her own ship here. The typical depiction of a Nine of Cups, which we actually got in our last reading, is somebody who's grateful, somebody who's present, somebody who's content with exactly what they have. What's interesting about the Six of Charisma, if we take it as a Six of Cups and like the memory, or if even we take it as a Six of Pentacles, if you look at the depiction here, there's a masculine energy holding this cup of wine, perhaps, and there's a man reaching for the bread. This actually reminds me, do you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of, oh, what's that called? That Jesus painting where like they're all at the table. Oh, it's a famous painting. Oh my gosh, I'm totally blanking on it. Drop it in the comments if you can remember it. I'm totally blanking. But it reminds me of that table and how there was that deceiver there sitting next to him reaching for the bread. But this masculine holding the wine. We have aspects of memory perhaps, or even aspects of generosity but presence. But then we combine that with the very beginning card, which is that page of intelligence, somebody who's very into technology. I'm actually going to take this as somebody who is raised in religion or raised in some sort of traditional belief of like, religion basically, and certain belief systems that were in the family. But this person's very techie, so they're very logically minded. It's like they were raised a certain way and they're kind of branching out into a new aspect of themselves that may include a lot of air energy, a lot of things of the intellect, less things of like, of the earth or of the emotions or of things that religion can perhaps, stir within you. And that's what's cool about this Nine of Charisma too. This is a feminine energy, I believe, really kind of taking charge of their path and being brave and bold to go in the direction that they feel called to. And in this case, it almost feels kind of like robotics, or this could be like a STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics woman. Tell me more about her path that she's chosen here that's different from perhaps what she grew up with. The Chariot. Forward-moving energy, perhaps somewhat slow. This is something that may be her wish fulfillment. I think of that because the Chariot is like an Emperor and an Empress vibe. So even though we have a page here, the Chariot shows that this is like somebody's highest path, but it's slow moving. The Emperor reversed. This could be somebody, this is a very specific message. This is not going to resonate with everybody. I'm telling you that right now. But somebody perhaps was raised in religion and believes that they need to have an emperor or a masculine energy to counterbalance them, to be their other half, to go into marriage. I would not be surprised if the Hierophant reverse comes out here. And so they have the Chariot upright because they are able to fulfill what they need for themselves by being the masculine and feminine energy within themselves, which makes sense with like a lot of like STEM feminine. They're a little bit more masculine, not to like stereotype, but they have that logical sense of their mind that's very intelligent and scientific and logical. And so this is somebody who's like, I don't need an emperor to guide me. I can guide my own ship. I can be what I need to be for myself and put emphasis in logic and reason and science to back my path with the Chariot, to lead me down what I feel called to do. This is very interesting because anybody who starts in religion and strays away from religion, I've sort of found just in my research with like near-death experiences and things like that people always end up kind of coming back to religion. Not religion in the sense of like the structure, but religion in the sense of spirituality, or like a belief in a greater power or the divine or a God, some higher power, some greater deity than the self, because there's just things that science and reason and logic have not defined yet, but are completely as real as a scientific experiment. Just tell me more. Tell me more. I don't even know what question to ask, but I think it'll come through by asking for more. Okay. Queen of Intelligence, Queen of Swords reversed. Wow, that's exactly what I was just talking about. So it starts out of a page of intelligence. Somebody who's naive, and not in a bad way, but just in a way that they're exploring these new concepts that have been raised differently from. And that's exactly what I was saying with, wow, we have the Queen of Strength too. So Queen of Intelligence reverse, that's the Queen of Swords reverse, and now we have a Queen of Strength, and I believe that's Queen of, that's a Queen of Wands. Wow. So she comes out eventually over time, she comes out into an energy of less about logic and decision making. I mean, look at her crown. This is sharp. This is intellect. This is a highly intelligent feminine energy. Very intelligent, an engineer, an aerospace engineer, perhaps. Somebody who's just extremely logical, very intelligent, very creative. But she becomes the Queen of Strength. And she gains strength through a passion for the unknown. And that's kind of why I get like the aerospace too, because you know, that's studying what we don't fully understand, space and stuff like that. It could be somebody into like aquatics perhaps as well. I'm not really getting that energy, not a lot of water here. But I'm just thinking of things that are the unknown, right? We don't deeply understand the ocean. We don't deeply understand space. We don't deeply understand the mind. So this could just be a doctor, somebody who studies brain chemistry and stuff like that. So, but it's Queen of Wands, which is very, very interesting because that's usually like a very, you know, beautiful queen, a very sensual queen, a queen that has a lot of focus around like passion and things that are completely unrelated to what this reading is so far, which is very based in logic and groundedness, you know, pentacles and swords here. So the Queen of Strength is extremely interesting to be coming through here. We have the Ace of Intelligence reversed. Wow. That's crazy that I brought up that concept before these cards even came out, that when you find that people who kind of started religion and then stray from religion and go into more of like a logic base, maybe even become atheists and say, oh, you know, I don't believe a lot of those things that I was taught. And they come into a very Queen of Swords, you know, very logical, or King of Swords, take it how it resonates, energy. And then they come back to themselves at some point and realize that there is the spiritual essence of something greater that religion touches upon, but maybe you don't resonate with the structure of religion, the structure of church, the rules of church. You may not resonate with that, but you resonate with there's something greater than myself that I cannot put a finger on, that is beyond science, that is beyond what we have currently understood on this earthly plane. And so for this Queen of Strength to come through with this fire and the Ace of Intelligence, the beginning of intelligence, the beginning of clarity, the beginning of like the structure of like, you know, cutting through with the mind, the hand of God even. Something happens, I feel like, for this person to switch them from this logical mindset to this passionate mindset. To it's not even like a page anymore, it's the ace. Like this is a strong reversal in this mindset. What happened here to flip this mindset for somebody? What happened? Something had to have happened. Page of Charisma, Page of Pentacles reversed. This imagery shows a feminine energy with a lion, or I'm sorry, a tiger. And the feminine has her hand on the shoulder of the tiger and a sword in her hand. And they're about to walk through this gate. But something is like stopping this tiger, the passion of this fire energy of a large cat. I think of any sort of lion or tiger to be like a fire energy, kind of like Leo. And it's reversed, so it's like I gotta see what this other card is. The Hermit reversed. There's a deeper story here that I'm not understanding yet. What is this Hermit reversed? Can I get some clarity around this Page of Charisma and this Hermit reversed? Six of Strength. Six of Wands. I haven't seen a lot of these cards in this deck yet. These have not come through yet. So I apologize for taking a moment to really look at the imagery, because I take into account the imagery of the cards too, not just what they mean in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot deck. I take that into account, but I also take into account the imagery. Two feminine energies holding hands at the top of this, with three sort of masculine energies, even like two of them being almost like a goat or a Capricorn or devil energy, pulling this horned beast through this portal. Whoa, I'm getting chills. This is interesting. Okay, this story is very specific and I want to understand it. Page of Pentacles reversed. There's someone hesitant about coming through a portal of understanding regarding matters that are deeper than okay. And there's ego though. This is some sort of fear-based thing regarding something happened to somebody that perhaps was like, maybe they had a haunting at their house. I know this is so out of left field. I'm just trying to figure out what this is. Somebody had some sort of spiritual experience that was negative, that brought them out of their place of intelligence and intellect and science back into spirituality, but not because of a positive mystical enlightenment experience, but because of something perhaps a little scary. And with the Hermit being reversed, the Hermit upright is like someone going within, someone kind of keeping to themselves, meditating, looking at themselves. This is somebody who perhaps was forced to look at themselves. This could have been somebody who decided to take like DMT or ayahuasca and saw themselves and had to be confronted with things that they did not want to contend with. Wow, that is extremely specific. I'm getting chills. Okay, awesome. I'm so glad that I figured out that that's what the message is. Okay, if this is not for you, this is not for you. But if this is for you, how exciting, right? This has got to feel really cool that this is coming through specifically for you. Yeah, this was somebody who did ayahuasca or maybe even marijuana, maybe just something lighter, but like it really took you deep within. It could be mushrooms, could be acid, you know, it doesn't have to be anything too crazy, but just something that, acid being LSD, by the way, just took you into a deeper state of the self that you didn't expect, and it made you contend with things that you didn't realize from a spiritual aspect that your science and logical self strayed away from. So this is connecting you back to religion, like I was talking about. Not religion in the sense of like church and structure, but spirituality, belief in something more powerful than you were ever willing to really accept because of how it was pushed upon you. Tell me more about this experience. I kind of just want to, I'm so curious about this experience. Oh, death. Scorpio energy. This is Scorpio reading. Somebody was faced with their truth, was faced with mortality, was faced with, it could have been ayahuasca. I'm really getting ayahuasca strongly here. Somebody may have just kind of gone off with their friends and their friend said, hey, let's go to Costa Rica or wherever. You know, I'm not sure where they actually do a lot of these, Brazil, I don't know. And let's do one of these ayahuasca things, almost like for fun or something. And with you being so logically minded, or whoever this person is, being like, yeah, sure, why not? Like, I can handle it. You know, I'm very logical, and it just rocked your world. It completely turned you up on your head, and you were faced with the devil within yourself. You're faced with things that you never were willing to confront, and this hand was coming through like, come here, come look at this, and you're like, holy crap, like, wow. Okay, Queen of Charisma. This is Queen of Pentacles. Oh, this is so interesting. 5 of Strength. 5 of Wands reversed. Oh, this is a cool story. The Empress. Oh my goodness, I'm getting chills. This is honestly one of the coolest stories I've ever done, Scorpio. Here it is, okay? Through this awakening, through this death, through this confrontation with the self, you had to dissolve conflict within yourself. 5 of Strength, 5 of Wands. That's like battling with the sticks, battling with the wands, you know, fighting the mental or the things that you felt passionately about with science or with logic, things that you had told yourself, like beliefs that you had instilled into yourself that were different from even what you were raised with, or even if you weren't raised with religion, you came to a point of feeling passionate about science or logic or reason, and that got flipped on its head, okay? Those battles that you were facing with like knowing that there was something deeper, but fighting yourself with like, no, it's when you die, there's nothing. Whatever it was, turned you on your head, and you're like, whoa, this experience completely blew my mind. Holy crap, there's so much more than I realized. And what it brings you into, this feels very like past, present, future. Like this is like an evolving storyline. It brings you into the Queen of Charisma and the Empress, okay? You become an empowered version of this logical, beautiful, feminine energy who takes what she was raised with or wasn't raised with, takes what she, by the way, she could be he, or however you take it. I'm just saying she because it's coming through as feminine here. What she viewed as this old belief system and like becomes almost like the opposite of what she had told herself that she was or wanted to be or would no longer like. So we had like a Queen of Swords sort of vibe before, right? And now we have Queen of Charisma, Queen of Pentacles. This woman is serving a pie to men at a table who are feasting. That is the most like 1950s sort of like housewife vibe, which is the complete opposite of what this swords and intellectual and logical STEM feminine was with that page that we started with at the beginning of the story. Completely different. And what turns her into this person is this crazy sort of death experience that makes her realize that things are not what they seem. They're not what she thought. It took her full circle. She may have seen her mother this way as somebody who served men, and she was like, I'm not going to serve men. I'm going to drive this ship, because I'm thinking back to that imagery, 2 of the 9 of Cups. I'm going to drive this ship of my own. I don't need a man. I'm on my own path. I'm intelligent enough to make my own money, to do my own thing. And it's like full circle. She comes back to serving men, and it's not out of a begrudging nature. It's not out of like it's completely out of a space of enlightenment, of a cycle that's broken, of a belief system that didn't actually serve her, and brings her into Empress energy. I mean, look how gorgeous, and she has the world in her hands. And there's the sword here too. Wow. So not only is she highly intelligent, extremely scientific and logical and smart, and perhaps an engineer, like I was saying. This is a highly intelligent feminine, but now she has the aspects of spirituality. She has the aspects of earth energy, of groundedness in serving others, and it really brings her into her feminine energy. She perhaps was very much in her masculine energy before with all this logic, and now she's back full circle into this giving energy, this feminine energy, but she's still, with this sword that this Empress is holding, she's still embracing the aspects. She didn't just lose her logic. She didn't lose her science. She didn't lose anything about what she worked so hard towards to be different than what she was raised with, or whatever the case may be. So she has everything. She has the world at her fingertips because she embodies all of the aspects of this feminine energy because of whatever this experience was that took her through death, took her through awakening. Wow. That was a really cool reading. I've never had one like that. I hope you enjoyed it, Scorpio. I'm going to leave it there. Actually, you know what? I didn't even get into the Oracle at all. It's already at 20 minutes. I'm just going to take one card here. Some of these cards actually got mixed together in this deck. I will take a look at them real quick. Oh, we have several. Okay. Maybe I'll just take a peek at what they are, and then we'll just get an Oracle message. Sorry, this one's a little long. I'm sorry. Moon Circle Sisters, 7 of Water, 7 of Cups. This is the first sort of water energy we've really gotten through here. Potential. Options. Ace of Wands, I am awakening. Wow, this shifts you into the potential of emotional capacity, into working with other people, into embracing a feminine energy, to get along with other feminines, to instill a fire within yourself, to become who you really are. Fire matriarch, ancestral power. A lot of fire coming through here. You become the Queen of Swords into the Queen of Wands. Whatever this is, you find a passion for. You find a Also, I will include in the description box what this deck is. This is the We Moon Tarot deck that came through in this Oracle deck that was all mixed up. So I will include that as well for these 3 cards. Ancestral power. Yeah. It's almost like your spirit guides came through to you during this ayahuasca experience or whatever it was, and like told you like, no, this is your higher path. This is who you are. It's not who you've convinced yourself that you are. You're much more than that. Final message from this Oracle deck, please. Final message here. See through the perfectly purple lens of your galactic destiny. How can this be a wonderful win? What you make of this experience, and what's cool too is like these are completely different decks. We have a purple and orange here. Purple and orange. So what I'm getting with the purple and orange too is purple is like awakening, is it's the highest chakra of like connecting with the divine consciousness, higher consciousness, and orange is the sacral chakra. This is, I mean, that's very much in like rooted in passion and sensuality. So it makes a lot of sense that the higher self, the enlightenment, the third eye is coming together with this stirring sacral energy of sexuality. And because we have the Queen of Wands, this is beautiful. This is like, couldn't be like a better combination in my opinion. Having like a Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Fire, purple third eye like energy going on. This is like, I mean, no wonder we have the Empress here. This is an extremely powerful, just because she's so smart too. This is, I don't know who this is for, but like kick ass, dude, kick ass. See through the perfectly purple lens of your galactic destiny. You can be, do, and have anything. With this 7 of Cups, perhaps you're collaborating with other feminine energies too, because we have circle sisters here. And there's even orange too on this purple card. Gosh, the synchronicity is nuts here. I don't know what this means for you, but how can this be a wonderful win? How can you make this your destiny? How can you incorporate your logic, your reason, your science, your engineering, your mathematics, your aerospace, your underwater intelligence into a creative, collaborative, profound, impactful destiny that influences the world and leaves a mark on society, leaves a mark on your soul, on other souls? This does not have an ending here. This is something that has not become yet. This was such a cool reading in the sense that it started with like past, and then it kind of went to present, and then it went to future, and then it went to like ultra future, to where like I can't even see what you're going to make of this, because it's so, the potential with the 7 of Cups is endless. You can do anything you want. You have the power to create and do anything you want because you are so smart, because now you have embraced a spiritual aspect of yourself that you were unwilling to contend with before. This is exciting. Wow, I can't wait to see what you do. Drop it in the comments if you have something planned or that you're wanting to do or create that you've perhaps been suppressing because maybe you're not there yet. Maybe you needed some sort of validation to tell you like, yes, like go for it. You have it all now from this experience. Like, don't be scared. Don't be scared at all. Do it because you are smart enough to do it. You have the power to do it. You have the know-how, the experience now from what you've went through to do it. That was intense. Okay. All right, Scorpio. I hope you enjoyed that. Please hit like and subscribe.